Let's just keep it a buck. All right.
And we're back with another episode of Keep It a Buck podcast, man. 44.
Episode 44.
Episode 44 for you people, man.
Who you got?
I see
I
the logo.
didn't think of anybody prior.
Who was the logo? Jerry West was the logo, right?
Mm-hmm.
The logo. The logo. Let's go with the logo today, man. Jerry West, shouts out.
That's a smooth one.
Rest in peace to Jerry West. We definitely wasn't old enough to watch him play, but great things have always been said about him. Great owner and things of that sort. So, shouts out to Jerry West, man.
And shout out to shout out to him and shout out to that whole generation of basketball that people make it seem like was just so terrible because that's when like basketball was still a little bit younger in its age. The game develops and players develop, people get smarter, technology gets better. So basketball is going to be better in today's day and age. That doesn't mean that they were bad at basketball back then or there should be any shade thrown to them back then. If they didn't go through what they went through in trying to figure things out and experimenting and doing different things, we wouldn't be able to play the game the way we do today. So
Evolution.
Exactly. So shout out every era of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are all important to the development and just like Coop said, the evolution of basketball.
Like LeBron said on his interview, evolution, man. We're going to get into that later, though.
Oh, man. All right.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, man. Appreciate everybody for dropping in. Make sure you comment, too, also, man. Likes, dislikes. We like to hear it all. We are in the comments, so you will see our replies. And thanks to everybody, man, for subscribing. Or even if you just watch, man. Watch us from afar. We cool with it.
Yes, we appreciate all the love. Again, like, share, and subscribe. We're going to say that twice so that we can make sure that we get them. We're very close to 1,000 followers. We just got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're just trying to make sure that we hit that mark and we keep going. And we're trying to just work on our watch time hours and give you guys more content that you guys want to watch for a longer time.
As you can tell, we ain't going nowhere, baby.
No,
so let's get it.
We here no matter what.
No matter what.
Just know this isn't just us two because everybody just like dipped out. No, we had 2 strong weeks. We had Coop was just on vacation.
So I fucked up the schedule for everybody.
A well-deserved vacation, so it's worth it.
I fucked up the schedule for everybody, but the guys will be back next week.
Yes.
So yeah.
Everybody be back next week.
Yes, sir.
So we can start out with intros. I'm Keeks. You can follow me at GSFK860. That's the Game Speed page on Instagram. That's free training for the kids in the community. So make sure y'all follow.
And it's your boy Coop. You can follow me at Coop_1988 on the most platforms.
All right, let's get it. You got any shout outs for today?
Do I got shout outs?
I know I do.
Shout out to Circles, man. To keep you grounded.
What is Circles?
Friend circles, family circles.
Oh, I'm like, yo,
I don't know that. Yeah.
Okay.
And the right ones though.
No,
you gotta have the right ones. Me, I don't like yes men around me. So
that's exactly why I'm here.
Yeah. I don't like yes men around me, man. Tell me like it is. Keep it straightforward. You know what I'm saying? I don't like I mean, you could. It's a such thing as sugarcoating, like not, but it's the way you saying things of that sorts. But I say shout out to my circle, man. That's all I like to say, man. I got some good family and friends that I hold dear to me, man. So I say shout out to my circle.
I appreciate you, Coop.
You're part of it. You're a part of it. And trust me, bro, it's not a yes man.
Oh, yeah, you already. Yeah, everybody know that about me.
I'm about to say, me and him go at it, boy. So, yeah.
So my shout outs for the day. That's one thing I'm trying to get better at, too. I got to stop saying so much. I'm trying to get better at that. So help me on my journey as I'm going through that. Help me on with that, guys. And be patient with me because I'm trying to work at it. Shout outs for today for myself. Shout out all of my players, not just my players, but I shout out all of the athletes that have been contacting me for workout plans and things to do while gyms are not open and while their schools are not lifting at this point. way to take things into your own hands, everybody. You guys are contacting, looking for places to live. I'm connecting you guys with people that are doing lifting programs. Shout out Coach Dom. He's doing a lifting program. He's doing a session and he's partnering with a gym. So make sure you guys go contact him. I've sent his number. I've sent the Instagram message that he has. He has an Instagram post about it. I've sent that to multiple of the athletes. You guys can go on Coach Dom's page and find that information if you guys want to start lifting and your school doesn't have a lifting program going as of right now. So shout out all of you guys. I'm glad that everybody's taking it into their own hands. That's what's going to make your season what you want it to be next year. But then again, that goes right back to what I said on the last time. Shout out the ones who made it tough. Shout out the ones who made it tough for there to be like positions and everybody's working hard so that you can't just come up and get an easy spot. So shout out to everybody who's trying to establish a program, and shout out the ones who are trying to upkeep the program and make sure that there's a program thereafter. For real, shout out you all. I honestly, I just said a lot, but I feel like I don't even have the words to really express how happy I am to see such a quick turnaround. But the thing about it is, it's always a quick turnaround when it comes to emotion. So after like you didn't get what you want, yes, you're going to start working, but you have to see it through. Not everybody. No, most people won't start working ASAP, but there's going to be people that start working ASAP, but then there's going to be people that fall off. Keep working consistently and the progress will show. Don't try to go to workouts for a couple days and be like, well, this isn't working. I'm going to just chill until next season and maybe my body will grow, maybe my body will adjust. No, you need to be doing these things for a month to start to see results, 2 months to start to see results. 21 days builds a habit. So you have to do these things consistently so that you can be able to see results and see progression. Shout out Progression Training. Shout out Keith Porter. Shout out Felicia Porter. All right. That's it for shout outs.
Off season is the real work, man.
Yes, always. Let's get into our sports for the day. We got LeBron and Stephen A.
Part 2.
And we're going to have a part 3 when we come back with the rest of the fellas, honestly, because I know they have their...
Yeah, this is about to be... I think that it's definitely about to be another spin around after what was said between Stephen A. and LeBron.
So I'll start out with 2 quotes from Stephen A. When you retire, let's see how much I talk about you then. You won't matter much, I promise you.
I need to watch that.
Next one. If that man, and I know a lot of people have seen this, if that man would have put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. That is hilarious.
What did you say earlier to me today? Mind you, we're recording on Thursday right now. This episode should be out on Friday. What's today? It should be out March 28th. So there's a lot of going back and forth, but my good brother here said, what did you say when you heard about the Stephen A? Because you only seen the captions.
Honestly, the first thing I thought it was, but I sent this in the group chat. I said, it got to be AI. They had to do AI and put like a voiceover to Stephen A's face. Because, bro, what are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now?
That's wild. And
I feel like you would usually see it from, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember seeing LeBron saying anything about putting his hands on Stephen A.
No, he just got in the face.
So cool. So you saying something about him, like if he would have put his hands on me, I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy because it just doesn't fit the situation. I don't know.
I have to see the whole interview. Mind you, I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen the whole interview. As of right now, I watched probably half of LeBron's interview to get context of the reason why he even came out of nowhere came to that conclusion that he felt like he had to defend himself if that was going to happen. I don't know if he was responding to a question. I don't know if he was, I don't know whether it was in the Twitter Spaces or whatever was going on, or X Spaces or whatever they call it now. I don't know what was going on, but for him to say that, because you know how they sound bites, for him to even say that, it's crazy. Because he could have been like, nah, it wasn't even like that.
Bro, I'm trying to come up with like an analytical like breakdown. Trying to like no, bro. I couldn't even like have the words for it because it just doesn't make sense to even just take it there.
But we got to find context, and by next week, I think we will be able to have all the groundwork because it's a lot going on with this whole thing, and I feel like it's more to come, even over the weekend.
Oh yeah,
I feel like it's definitely more to come.
We're gonna come back Tuesday. There's gonna be more to come.
There's definitely gonna be more to come,
especially with those comments. And then honestly, I don't want to stay on this for long because I don't want to just do like I don't like the whole only talk about just like gossipy stuff. So, but for
this is gossipy. You feel like?
Yes, because it's like them going back and forth, but at the same time, there's like a lot more layers to it that has to do with family and also business was what I'm gonna get to.
Okay.
But yeah. LeBron and Stephen A for this situation, bro, I don't think it's going to like stop anytime soon. But like also I think LeBron handled it in like a business way and kind of like took a shot at him by increasing his podcast. He said, okay, I'm going to just step on your toes. He went and got Steve Nash, another MVP, and got him on his podcast, and now they're going to be doing a podcast together.
And also,
I think that's shots fired right there.
no, shots fired. No, that wasn't shots fired.
And it's like, what? I'm stepping. I'm stepping. No. He said, "Yo, you want to act like you're the best in your lane? You want to act like you're the best in your territory?
Yes.
I'm gonna come step into your territory while I'm playing in mine and still the best in mine. Don't play with me. That is wild for LeBron to do, and that is shots fired, bro.
Shots was fire.
Bro.
Fire. He went to the ops,
bro.
He went to Pat McAfee show. So you know, LeBron doesn't do anything that's outside of what he owns,
bro.
That LeBron doesn't do that. LeBron doesn't go to anything outside of his own people and his own comfort zone, his bubble. He went to Stephen A's #1 op on his network where he says, I run ESPN basically.
They got it, yo,
and Pat McAfee, and there's been a lot of say like Pat McAfee and him have issues. So you say, okay, you want to play this game? I'm gonna step foot on your territory with your biggest op. And it was for so far, it's been a great interview. He's letting out a lot. He's. It seems like this was bubbling for years. He's like, you know what?
It looks like Stephen A is crashing out. It looks like Stephen A is crashing. You talking about fighting?
He's doing too much.
Talking about all this. Bro, that sounds
he's doing too much.
Wild.
LeBron
is talking about protecting his household and addressing how people talk about players in general. Yeah, and I talked about this before.
Their personal life.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I talked about this before on the podcast. You should not be able to just sit here and just say whatever you want and be protected by your pen. That shit's not okay, bro. Because, again, you're not going to be out here talking that same way. You're going to, pipe your tone down, and you're going to be talking in a whole different tone, and your words that you use is probably going to be different, and you probably won't even say half the things you say. And you'll think about what you're going to say before you put it out.
So he did bring up the point. LeBron did bring up a point. It's just that now media have this protection to whereas we have all these endorsements, we have these fines coming down. But do that back in the day. I forgot which player he said. I forgot what he said. If you would have mentioned his brother or his family member, he probably would have slapped the shit out you. I forgot what's the player name, but he was like, yo, they protected now. So I'm not trying to lose my endorsement. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to lose my, get paid no fine. So they protected by that. Where you could act all boisterous and everything else, and then also the league is saying don't embarrass us and shit like that. So I understand where LeBron is coming from like that. Stephen A does seem like he's feeling himself. He's been feeling himself for a while now.
You know the NBA's got the NBA must be backing him some crazy.
Stephen A?
Yeah.
1,000%.
There's no
I
way,
think so.
There's no way you going out on a limb like this by yourself. That don't make no sense.
Well, yeah. I mean, and he's. I don't know how much this plays into ESPN because he did it on his own podcast. So that has nothing but he should know that has some type of.
But honestly, Stephen A. is the king of backtracking, though. He gonna say what he's saying, then he gonna come down and sit you down and be like, "Listen here, brother. This is what I said. I'm sorry if it came off like this. I'm sorry if this is how you took it. But this is what. But that's also what I don't like about this shit, because that's why it needs most of the shit needs to be set up front in the beginning, because all that shit would usually fly out the window from the jump.
It's kind of hard to backtrack because now you talk about physicality now at this point in time.
Yeah,
so, we could talk on the outside of other people, but now you're talking about physicality.
Using words, you can always. I'm telling you, especially with these analysts, you can backtrack anything or try to backtrack anything to make it feel like you're the victim.
If he would have put why would LeBron? LeBron has been smart.
That's already leading victim mentality right there, bro. That leads it off right there.
What? Yeah.
By him saying, if he would have put his hands on me. That's already leading with victim mentality, setting up the whole thing to be like, all right,
I'm the victim.
Yep, exactly.
I didn't do anything.
So it's not like
third quarter during the timeout. He laid the whole thing down. Third quarter timeout. He laid the whole foundation.
Yep.
And I ain't even think about that. Laid the whole foundation of the situation.
But also, it's to the fact when I see you, I see you.
Yes.
So it's just like, what do you mean it's third quarter? Like no, I'm seeing you now have that same energy, and that's what he was looking for.
That's why I said when you know what I'm saying, like, and I know that, like, and we explained this on the other podcast. I know that it wasn't about Bronny. It was about just, for me, like I told y'all before, with this whole father thing, man.
The father thing.
I'm sorry, man. You know, especially me not having I'm just speaking of LeBron. I got a father in my life. And, you know, I didn't know how, you know, I wasn't raised by a father. I don't know the ins and outs. When you gonna question me as a father, me honoring my son's dream, and you coming at, you know what I'm saying, like,
you honoring your son's dream.
Yeah.
He's making the business money that he works for, and he's literally seems happy, and he's freaking breaking records in the G League right now.
Fuck
breaking records in the G League, but also in the NBA just went and scored 17. Oh, I know what y'all about to say. He got blown out. He shot 70% from the field. He was 7 or 10 from the. He shot 70%. So I'm gonna get y'all to what usually is his problem on offense, and this is why I was saying he needs to find his confidence. He's not the type of player that wants to sit here and go 3 for 12. He doesn't want to go 3 for 12 because he's going to feel like he's being selfish, and he's going to feel like he's not doing his job to play the game. One, Bronny already plays good defense and has great defensive IQ and has great defensive ability with his athleticism. But even on offense, he's a great passer. He looks up the floor very quickly. He knows how to control the ball, and he scores at all three levels. He really can. So he just has to find his act for what he wants to do and like how he wants to go about scoring. But 70% shooting it says a lot for like what he can do. But also, if you look at the clips, Bronny looks fast as shit. He's like he's explosive when he's going from one move to another. Like he has glimpses of really, really good basketball that it just needs to translate after he's there for a little bit. Again, he wasn't playing last year. He didn't play basketball last year, but then you guys are using that as an excuse for him to be in college. And it's like, no, that's not an excuse for him to be in college. That's an excuse for you guys to give him some slack while he's in the G League and in the NBA. But first year in the G League, he's setting records.
So what my thing is, it was an issue with the NBA this year, and it's still an issue. What's popularity right now is going down, like people not watching everything else. Could we say that Bronny's is a percentage, a decent sized percentage of why people are watching the NBA right now?
And Bronny doesn't have to talk about fighting to boost his marketing.
So
let's just say that, like, come on, bro.
He's
like,
helping out the NBA in ways that people don't know. And I like to, especially you've been at the forefront of this whole Bronny situation from the beginning. I have to see it to believe it type situation. And he's showing the improvements, especially in the G League. He's starting to really come to himself, and I think hopefully that correlates to the NBA. Which dropping to 17 points is still and that's why I hate when people, they got blown out anyway. This is the fucking NBA, man.
It's the best of the best.
The best of the best. Okay. LeBron got blew out before, I'm pretty sure. Jordan got blew out before. Let's not act like, on a losing effort, that shit don't count. If he's in the NBA playing amongst the best and dropping these points, 17 points is nothing to sneeze at in an NBA game, no matter what. The 12th man is there for a reason. He's not in the G League. He's in even if he's the 12th man, he's good enough to be the 12th man on the bench. So we can't just keep moving the goalposts. And they did the same thing with LeBron. Keep moving the goalposts. Oh, now this. Oh, Jordan like this. Or you know what I'm saying? Like moving the goalposts. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get the comparison between him and Jordan, which I don't understand the comparison. Because Bill, what's my man name? From Celtics. Got 11 rings.
Bill Russell?
Bill Russell has 11 rings. Nobody mentions that. Because they want to mention all the rings with Jordan, but it stops at Jordan when they want to talk about rings.
Wilt got more rings than him too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we moved the goalposts, and now they're trying to bring it down to Bronny. We cannot move the goalposts. He has his standards, and he's living up to the more standards. He only had a couple games at USC. Of course, he wasn't doing too well. Blah blah blah. Then he had the heart condition. Cool. He's showing you he should be here. He should be here. That's it. It's nothing that college can teach me right now. I'm with grown men. I'm with grown men. I became a believer. Me, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But he's coming along. He's not shying away from the action, which I thought like some of this stuff would. And he's showing improving.
In there laughing. And again, I think he's enjoying.
Bron said you better not embarrass him. It's like,
but I think he's enjoying himself. I think it looks like he's enjoying
getting more
himself.
comfortable.
Yeah, he's not voicing that he's uncomfortable in the league, or he's not voicing that he hates the position that his dad puts him in.
I don't think he would say that even if he did feel it though.
But like at the same time, I feel like you would say that to your dad, and then your dad would cool off on you. But his dad's not like telling, like, I don't see that. That's okay. That's so again, like, so if Bronny, damn, now what was I about to say?
My bad.
Bronny. Nah, you good. We're good. But yeah, either way, back to Stephen A. and LeBron. I just hope that all this just like calms down like quickly, and I hope that Stephen A. just gets some type of closure. He seems like he's very like high strung right now. But now again, this could all be marketing for the league. The league's viewerships aren't doing too well, so we're trying to do whatever we can to make sure all eyes are on the league. This is a time where football's over, baseball hasn't started yet, so all eyes are on the league. And the league, there's
March Madness is going on though.
Yes, March Madness. And honestly, that's another thing. March Madness has broken records. March Madness has broken records for viewership. So they're going on. It's you two going on. They're breaking records for viewership, and nobody's talking about the NBA.
I get you, but I think it's really turning into some venom pissing contest type shit.
It can't be, bro. That shit really. Again, this shit got to be fake. It got to be fake. Stephen A. talking about fighting LeBron is like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like does that even make sense to you?
We got to find the context of what was going on. I don't give a damn
what the context is.
We have to find the context of destruction.
You better tell him to go get a weapon.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I don't know what you could do.
Like
what? I understand. Well, he's a man. He got to protect himself.
As you should.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself. But I don't. But what would make you say that? That's the thing. What would make you feel like LeBron would just in the middle of the third quarter fall off and just choke you or something? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Me, like I said, that old father shit would irk me too. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got, because Savannah don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If you got Savannah at home, like, but I'm pretty sure Savannah is the cool head one.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, LeBron, you know what I'm saying? You got, but LeBron also has held a lot in.
For a long time.
You know what I'm saying? From a long time, from going that directly at people as far as like reporters and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
They let he let a lot of stuff slide. But if you watch that Pat McAfee show, you can see he wanted to get some shit off his chest. He mentioned Michael Jordan being in the same token. He was like, yo, we're cool. We don't really talk and all that. He said, but when the game ends, when I'm done, he said the only reason why he feel like he doesn't have that relationship with Jordan is because the game is not done for me yet. So he said, I hope when the game is all said and done, as far as when he retires, then, saying they got to start having that conversation of what's going on.
And that's also why Stephen A. probably talk about fighting too. He was probably punching the air because he ain't get that LeBron interview.
Y'all,
his enemy went got all them views.
Oh man, Pat McAfee, it was almost at 1 million in 20 hours. So I'm just like, yeah. So
you know that means a lot.
I got a question for you.
You know that means a lot. God,
I know that this was a chess move.
That is.
I know this was a chess move by
he had to say something.
Pat McAfee.
That's what it is. He had to say something to get the views back. He had to say something. All right, Stephen A., you got it. You had to say something to get the views back.
I understand this might be a chess move, but do you feel like LeBron could have and should have went somewhere else to have this conversation? You got the Up in Smoke. You got Gil's Arenas. You have Shannon Sharp. You have some of these platforms to whereas you could utilize. I understand it looked like a chess move, but other platforms that you could kind of utilize, especially these being players that.
No. So again,
I
understand what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. For me, it's more about the chess move, like you said. I'm going on somebody's show that is considered one of your rivals
on your station, and I'm gonna have higher ratings than you on this day. I beat you. I get it.
I'm stepping into your lane, and you can't touch my lane. That's LeBron's point.
Great point. That's I ain't got nothing to say to that, good brother. I ain't got nothing to say to that.
And Stephen A. has his lane. He'll always be like the person in his lane, but LeBron's trying to throw rocks at the house.
I just wish he would have went to another platform, but I get the chess move. I get it.
All right, let's get into something else. We got JuJu Watkins. Oh man.
Sad day when I seen this, man. I was on vacation when I seen this shit too. That kind of ruined my morning when I seen it. I was like, I said, yo, this got to be fake.
Oh man, injury, torn ACL against Mississippi State. Prayers out to her family.
Prayers
out to her. Prayers out to anybody that helps her with business and stuff. I want to take the time to talk about the fact that she is going to probably miss most of her rookie year. Her rookie year of her WNBA, because the turnaround time for the WNBA season is so fast, like we've talked about before on this show. This March Madness ends, WNBA season starts a couple months after. ACL injury is not something to...
This her sophomore year.
This her sophomore year?
Yeah.
Oh, so she can't even come out yet.
Yeah, no, she can't till
When
next
did
year.
they talk about fixing the rules? Oh, so yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's what we said they should be doing.
They do need
a
to
lot
fix
of people
those rules.
now. Since we mentioned that,
They
a lot
need
of
to
people are
fix
saying
those
that.
rules for things like this. So that's my fault. I thought she was coming out. That's my fault. So even then, they need to fix those rules first so that she would be able to come out. But like she would have been able to come out the year before because her marketing is just that high. Like she
come out as a freshman.
Yeah, she should have been able to. But yeah, no,
she
I
was good
definitely
enough.
backtrack that. I didn't realize that she was.
She's definitely good enough. and it's sad, man, because that's the biggest draw right now as far as a player. That is the biggest draw right now, as far as what the NCAA girls, even though they have a lot. I feel like they have a lot of star power, and I might be misstepping because I don't watch college basketball like that, but the girls are just me as far as star power. I feel like they're outdoing the boys. And maybe because the girls are there for longer, you get to know them longer. They develop.
That's
more.
what it is. That's what it is. They're there for longer. They're able to build a name longer. Those guys, you got guys that are going to be top 5 picks at St. John's right now. Top 10 picks, 2 guys on the same team. And, like, dog, they're only there for 1 year,
but
2 years.
But I'm also hearing that this is the oldest that the teams are now. That's in the Sweet 16 right now. This is the oldest. I'm hearing that this is the oldest.
And that makes sense.
You know, because he's in NIL. There you go, the NILs.
Keeping people in college.
Transfer portal, things of that sort. You got people that's 25, 26.
Yeah, but it's weeding. It takes out like the players that were already going to like go and make the good money. They're gone no matter what, because they want to go reach that higher potential. But the players that probably weren't gonna go see like big money in the league, they're gonna stay and milk it as long as possible.
You know what I heard? And we're gonna get back to the JuJu. You know what I heard? Pops want Cooper to come back to Duke for another year. It's in consideration.
Yo,
you don't know.
Bro,
that chick said he get it right now. He might be bigger than rookie.
I was about to say that was gonna be my thing. You really never know with the money that they might be giving him. If they, bro, they talk these MFs talk Gilbert Arenas and his son out of going straight to the NBA. Gilbert Arenas was all straight NBA. You remember that? Straight NBA. We talked about it and everything. Straight NBA. I'm going to train my son. I'm going to do this. No, he's committed to USC. Elijah Arenas is committed to USC. Bro, I wouldn't doubt if Cooper Flagg did the same thing too. Dudes probably came up and was like, yo, I know you want to go to the NBA. I know you probably want to train your son, but we'll give you all the same leeway that you want, the money that you want, whatever you need, blah, 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 blah. It will make him a star, and he'll still have his NBA dreams and still be fine. But it has to be something sweet. Yeah. They got to be offering up something big to keep Gilbert Arenas' son, made him rewire his whole plan that he was talking about.
Yeah, because Gilbert was on. Yeah, he was adamant that he was doing
very
that.
adamant.
Yeah.
So he rewired his whole plan, and then,
Cooper Flagg
possibly staying when he was in USA workouts, working our USA team. Come on, bro. And he's had a poised year already.
NBA. Shouts out to Cooper Flagg for being the National Player of the Year. Shout out.
NBA ready.
He did 1,000%.
We said
body wise and everything.
Yo, we said this from the beginning. I'm telling you, though.
Yeah.
So they got.
Y'all said that since last year when we was talking about him reclassing, going up and shit like that. So I was like, all right. But I guess that NIL money looking pretty stacked right now. So respect. But back to JuJu. Hopefully, speedy recovery.
Definitely a speedy recovery.
It's sad to see you go down because a lot of people get to see you on that stage. And this might have been that year. It might have. Who knows? She was just that good.
But now, what is her reason to play college basketball again?
No reason. Well, no, there is a reason. NIL. It's gonna be making more money than
she can get NIL deals without playing.
Well, but I think don't that cancel out once she goes to the WNBA?
Why wouldn't?
No, because you talk about endorsements in NIL. NIL is something different, right?
Yeah, so she can still get endorsements no matter
Yeah,
what.
that's what I'm saying.
The
But
part
I'm
of the
talking about the
clause,
NIL.
The part of the clause with the NIL is that they can get endorsements too, though.
Yeah, but I'm
so
saying,
if you can get your own endorsements, she doesn't need NIL.
but if the NIL is paying more, you already gonna have locked in the endorsements. That's already you. But what if that NIL money that you staying at USC is paying more than the WNBA?
It'll never pay more than 10 years in the future.
Say that again.
It'll never pay more than 10 years in the future of you building your brand. Just because if she risks injury again, especially with an ACL injury, look at Paige. Paige has been going through ACL injury since 2022. Her first ACL injury was 2022. It's 2025, Coop.
It is 2025. Sheesh.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, dog. So she could be thinking the same thing. Why would I keep coming back and then keep getting injured? When I can just try to get fully healthy and then go back. So now that's two different things that could happen now. So she can sit out, still collect her NIL by being pushed through USC, still wearing all the USC gear and stuff, still at all their games, alumni events.
The next year coming up?
Yeah.
Well, automatically she has to anyway.
Yeah,
I'm talking about her senior year.
While she's still hurt. And even if her senior year, why play? Why play?
I don't know that money. That money might be big.
The money, but that's the thing.
Money might be
you big. Are JuJu. Her money's going to be big endorsement-wise regardless. That's my thing.
That's why I said the endorsement's going to be there anyway, but I'm talking about the contractual of you being in USC might be bigger than you going to a WNBA team.
But now you got the power in your hands, though, by having endorsements, by saying, I don't want to play. So if I don't play or I don't want to play and I tell y'all I'm not playing, y'all still going to either pay me or I'm going to just take my endorsement money because you guys can still reap the benefits of my marketing.
Yeah.
Because I am JuJu.
So what you're saying is her use that as a leverage to get bigger bag in USC.
Yeah, get a bigger bag and then still not play.
Yeah.
Because you...
Oh, I get what you're saying. Still,
it's like,
Oh,
okay.
you talk about not submit herself for the draft, but stay in USC, but still get that bag that they talking, but a bigger bag. Like,
Yeah,
I need you to match whatever the WNBA going to give me. No, more than what the WNBA give me for a rookie salary, and then smart. That would be smart, especially since WNBA players don't get as much money as. So
that would be the facilities. Stay with the facilities and the colleges and stuff because the college money is different than WNBA money. They're starting to get more money and stuff now, but they still have like shared facilities and stuff.
You don't
These
think that's a big
college
risk?
programs, huge college programs like USC, UConn, and shit, they have top-notch facilities, top-notch. Even UConn's ass football program has top-notch facilities.
But you don't think that's a risk
What?
of her sitting out for that long?
Why would it be a risk if she's getting healthy?
I mean, getting healthy, but 2 years off from non-basketball activity. That's a long time.
From not playing in the game, I mean,
Yeah, that's a very long time.
I mean,
Not to play ball.
An ACL's 1 year and then a whole nother year for you to be able to fully get back to strength.
That's a long time. I get what you're saying. I fully get what you're saying, but that's a long time.
But honestly, you know what the funny thing is? She'll probably even come back and play this year. Not this year, for the next year with technology. That was another point that I wanted to make too. Technology advances. She really might even come back for this upcoming season. Lillard, Damian Lillard, how will his health affect the Bucks? Does it take the Bucks out of contention?
Oh, he's out indefinitely? I thought he was just getting blood thinners. As far as that.
He is just getting blood thinners, but it is questionable when he'll start to sit out, if he will start to sit out, and how that will affect his play as well.
As far as the contention for a finals for a championship?
Yeah.
I didn't think they was in contention for that.
Honestly, the East is not the East. Who else is? But you got the Celtics.
And the
you
Cavaliers.
have the Cavs.
The Cavs.
The Knicks with the whatchamacallit.
Stop playing, man.
You are not a Knicks fan.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Don't say the Pistons.
Stop playing with me, man.
Bro.
Stop playing with me, man.
Go somewhere with it.
Stop playing with me, man.
Right,
Yo,
so
say,
the Bucks
yo,
are not in
he said,
contention anyways. The Bucks are not in contention.
Oh man,
The
yo,
Damian
yo,
Lillard thing.
man, disrespectful out here. Man.
Yeah, no, the Pistons. Come on, bro.
Yo, I'm trying to tell.
Y'all are
you
fake.
know, yo,
You
know,
guys
I'm a
You
realist
guys
when
are
it comes.
fake nice.
He said we fake nice.
You guys are like.
All right,
Houston.
all right, man. Well, look, man, Cap. Okay, so we're like I said, we're recording on Thursday. The game comes out tomorrow. Cavaliers play the Pistons. What would you say if we win?
I ain't gonna say shit.
He said,
It's an 82 game season. That does not make y'all better than them if y'all beat them.
First of all, and right now we above the Bucks. We number 5. And one game out from Indiana. You know.
So who's the last? Let's go find the last. We'll go look this up after. We're gonna go find the team that's in last place and go see what top 5 teams they beat. I bet you they beat some top 5 teams. That doesn't mean that they're gonna be
the
decent.
bottom is Washington, man. They just beat a
Washington.
good team too.
Hey, thank
I
you.
forgot what they just beat.
My point exactly.
They just beat a good team.
All right, let's get into last one. Last one. NBA and FIBA are in talks of a EuroLeague. 16 permanent teams and 4 qualifiers. How do we feel about that?
About a Euro team?
A EuroLeague sponsored by the NBA and by FIBA.
I think it should have been done already. That should have been done 20 years ago, to be honest with you.
Do you think that it'll even out the playing field when it comes to the Olympics?
Hell no.
No?
I think no, not really, because these motherfuckers do not like us anyway. So it's just like I don't think that adds fuel to the fire if they got their own like league and all that. They already got a EuroLeague. EuroLeague is already second to us anyway. So you becoming that, you just get more players in.
But now you also have NBA trainers. You have NBA money. You have NBA technology. You have all these things that the NBA players have access to because we spend a lot more money on sports over here than other places do, especially when it comes to technology and trying to like prepare and make our athletes shoot. Our athletes are like our military, in my opinion.
Okay. If you would have said Africa, I would have been like, sheesh. Now that will level up. I don't think Europe was that far behind what we was doing. As far as training, paying people. I don't think so. You seen what we had the best of the best, right? You seen what Paris did to it was a fight. So I don't think they're that far behind.
I mean, to say it's a fight is different though, because you're taking. So you got these guys who like plan on playing together. They know that they're trying to go beat the USA team and do this.
Yes.
You have a whole bunch of dudes coming from this USA team that are one complete stars, and all their teams are usually revolving around them. So now they have to take different roles and be able to do different things that they're not normally used to and still work through certain people. Yes. So it's a different type of scene for them. But, bro, no matter how close these games look, no matter how close these games are, we dominate.
I don't think it's no problem for Europe. That's my. I mean, I don't think they. If like I said, if it was in Africa, then I'll say yeah, that's going to be a huge step up for them. I don't think it's going to be a huge step up for Europe.
Really?
No. I think they already solidified. As far as that, I would want them to. You seen with I forgot where it was South Sudan, right?
I disagree, Coop. I disagree. So I take that. So Europe, they already got their kids playing professionally earlier.
Yes.
Right? So you mix that with the amount of money and technology that we put into our athletes in the U.S., you mix that together. So now they have the jumping ability, the leaping ability. They have all the athleticism that comes with it and the reaction speed and all that stuff that comes with it. And they're still high IQ because they're playing professionally at 14, 15. You don't think that makes a difference, Coop?
Athleticism, I feel like it can't be taught or built in. I think some of this junk is built, and some of this shit is embedded. Most of it is embedded. Can I say most of it?
Athleticism can be built. It can be. There's no there. People just don't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what we seen the South Sudan team. We seen with where they. I'm pretty sure they have less of what we have here. You seen the athleticism that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Some shit is embedded. So what I'm trying to say is, I feel like with Europe, they already have what they need to do what they're doing.
I feel like they focus more on the mind, like more on like the
concepts.
Plays,
I
feel like they focus more on that, and I feel like
the skill, dribbling skill.
I feel like South Sudan would. I feel like
they was raw.
Yeah, I feel exactly they were raw. I feel like even without all of like the specific technology we have and stuff, I feel like they're still more athletically driven when it comes to probably their workouts and stuff than Europe and stuff is. I feel like Europe is going to be a lot more concepts wise and stuff, even without the technology that Africa doesn't have. I feel like they're just naturally used to having their athleticism lead when it comes to sports. So that's what they lead with, and then the concepts come after. And for the Europeans, the concepts come first, and you just get just enough athleticism to where you can maintain, I feel like.
It sounds like colonizing at this point in time. You say, like, teacher, like, let's teach them our ways. As far as with Europe, it sounds like a lot of colonizing.
First of all, that's what's happening.
Yeah, Europe did it to us. We're going to do it back to them.
And it's not even like, honestly, the world is being globalized.
Yes, 1,000%.
The world is being globalized. So, like, this is, and basketball and athletics is going to be a part of it.
This should have been done. The reason why I said should have been done 20 years ago, we've seen how big it was when Jordan and them was doing the Dream Team and stuff like that. You should have implemented a Europe team and things of that sort. I think it's just a money grab, to be honest, because they already developed. Now, if you want to make the game globalized and make it bigger, I would say going to these places like a South Sudan and to Brazil and to these places.
You know what it is?
Technology? Cell phone?
Cell phones. If they start to get these European countries to have access to the phones and stuff, or like they have access to the phones and stuff, but I'm saying for them to be on the phone as much as we are over here and rely on it for everything, news, sports, your livelihood, what's going on in the hood. Like, if they do like we do over here, over there, they're going to make a lot of money. The NBA is going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, okay.
Because you make a lot of money through here.
You do.
So all the social media platforms, it's all just a formula.
Yep.
If you get to
you
get to a certain amount of views, a percentage of that going to buy your product.
Yeah. I get you. I just don't like the place that it's being set at. I feel like they already solidified. Europe should have had the league 20 years ago. So.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like it's more of a globalization plan. So I
look at Spain.
I see why. But that's my thing. I see why I feel like this was just going to be the next step.
Yeah. I mean, it is a good step in the right direction to make it globalized, because NBA I feel like been globalized. But my thing is, look at back in the day when Spain was one of them teams that we was just like, we have to battle with.
But now it makes it everybody. That's my thing. So right now, France, and that's the perfect example. Who's taking over France right now?
What do you mean who's taking over?
Basketball.
As far as
Tony Parker.
Oh, you saying? I thought you was talking about it as a player right now. We know Wemby.
Oh yeah, facts. But Tony Parker, one of the greatest NBA players, right? Yeah. So, and one of the greatest champions. So he's building championship basketball players and great caliber basketball players over there in France, being from the NBA. So now we take a whole bunch of those guys and disperse them out through all the different nations. And now all these guys, all these nations are starting to uplift. Keith Porter was overseas. Sometimes like, he's been overseas multiple times. So I know that the expansion is going that way, and it's necessary for the global thing, in my opinion, if that's what's going to happen. And if that's where everybody is agreeing to go towards, I feel like this is just the next step by putting out our resources.
I mean, it's a good step.
Well,
two things. I just feel like it
two
should have been
things.
20 years.
Oh, so yeah, two
And then-
things: putting out our resources, but also it's good because we're collabing with the FIBA, but I don't know how much or how big of the piece of the pie that the actual countries are gonna get. So that's a financial discussion for the back end. All right, yo. We're going to the rate nexus for the day. This is gonna be a short one. I know I said that last time, made it a little bit longer, but top stock tip for the day: make sure that you keep doing research when things are bad. Make sure you're doing research when things are bad, so you're not trying to jump out as soon as possible. Dang, I did a good job at not saying it for a while, but yeah, that'll be the top stock tip for the day. Nothing crazy. Stocks and crypto, the markets are down. Great time to buy. I've been saying the same thing for the last few weeks because it's still the same sentiment. I'm trying to find as much money that I could come up with as possible so that I can throw into my accounts, and trying to take advantage of the fact that stocks are down, cryptocurrency is down, and some real estate prices aren't that bad right now. So do with that as you must, and that is the Ray Nexus for the day. Again, we're going to keep it short and sweet. Make sure that you do your research always, and make sure that, you just keep... Make sure you keep learning. Yeah, keep doing your research, and make sure that you always stay frugal. Always stay frugal, man. That's going to be the way to make sure that you always... make sure that you always can have what you need to be able to move forward. If you try to spend like too frivolously, then the things that you want to put your money into that is going to grow your money, you probably won't be able to. A good rule of thumb that I've been trying to work into my life as good as possible, trying to save double what you spend. So every time that I go and spend something, I try to throw that same amount into an investment account, or double that into an investment account. So I spend something that I feel like I'm not supposed to spend, or I feel like I didn't really have to and I feel guilty about it after. I always make sure that I have enough money, or I'm trying to make sure I have enough money to throw double that into an investment account to try to like clear my conscience. That's the Ray Nexus for the day. Coop, you got any advice for the Jits?
Not today.
Not today. Advice. Greatness doesn't happen overnight. That's all, man. It's the consistency that you put in, the schedule that you draw up, what you're willing to go through. That's what's going to build the greatness. It's not just going to come up, you wake up one day and it's going to be like, I bet I'm good at this. So keep working, keep finding ways to work. And if you go days without working, then you'll fall behind. So make sure that you always stay working. Stay consistent, y'all. When in doubt,
keep it a buck, baby.
keep it a buck, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate everybody.
Yes, sir.